The Twins walk off the Orioles again, back-to-back walk-off winners, and it's Jose Miranda tonight. Let's talk about it on today's Locked On Twins postcast.
You are Locked On Twins postcast, part of Locked On Sports Minnesota, your team every day.
And welcome to another edition of our Locked On Twins postcast. Today is Saturday, July 2nd. I'm the host of Locked On Twins, Nash Walker, here with writer and reporter at Access Twins, Brandon Warren. And before we talk about another Twins walk-off win, I want to tell you about Sports Card Investor. Whether you're a casual card collector or looking for exciting alternative investment opportunities, the free Sports Card Investor app has something for you. Download the Sports Card Investor app today, available for free in the Google Play and Apple App Stores, or go to sportscardinvestor.com/lockedon. Brandon, back-to-back walk-off winners for the Twins. My voice is gone because I was in Vegas, so I apologize. But back-to-back wins, and this time it's Jose Miranda.
And let's talk about who they came against, because you and I have not been shy about our affinity for Jorge Lopez, who a double agent. Have we considered the possibility that he has already been acquired by the Twins and is aiding and abetting them moving forward in the AL Central? Because we have already seen the Guardians lose today. I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory you can't see, but there's some tinfoil on my hat. I think Jorge Lopez is a double agent, but no, incredible effort both nights. And let's not lose sight of this. It's really nice to see the Twins do to a team what Cleveland did to them in the last week. Don't you think so?
Yeah. Absolutely. They won some games they should have lost. When they had lost some games they should have won. And on back-to-back days, they do it. Here's what good teams do, Brandon. Even when the offense is not there, and it hasn't been the last 2 days, they still find ways to win. And a credit to the Twins bullpen the last 2 days for keeping these games within reach. And Jarrell Cotton did it again today.
Well, and I think Emilio Pagan gets the win for that one.
Yes,
So
yes.
Emilio Pagan just knows how to win, right? We'll revisit that. But Jarrell Cotton doing a nice job, giving him some length, really solidifying that he maybe doesn't need to throw high leverage innings, but he belongs right now compared to how some of the other guys have fared. And, you know, it's going to be all hands on deck, but it's going to be shuffling deck chairs too, because Tyler Duffy's looked better of late. Pagan's looked worse of late today, notwithstanding. So it's kind of, how do you build the bridge to Jackson Duran? And is it Thielbar on any given day? I know Trevor McGill is starting a rehab today with St. Paul, so that's going to change things. There's a lot of moving parts, but you can't be too upset today. And two, let's not lose sight of the fact that the Twins' comebacks came against the vaunted Baltimore bullpen when their rotation was Spencer Watkins and Jordan Lyles. That's not guys you'd expect to struggle against, but the damage they did. I mean, Jorge Lopez had allowed 0 home runs before yesterday, and now he's allowed one in back-to-back days.
So it was Buxton last night. Tonight, Jorge Polanco hits a game-tying home run, and then it's Jose Miranda. And Brandon, really overall over the last 3 weeks to a month for Jose Miranda, we've seen him come into his own. He gets around there. He gets down 0-2 and still finds a way to get a base hit to left.
Yeah, so he was sent out briefly and came back right away. I don't even know if he took batting practice with St. Paul or what. But the same thing happened with the Cubs and Frank Schwindel, and he went down to Iowa and came back. It's sometimes funny how that reset, that very brief reset, even if it isn't a game away, it did wonders for Schwindel, who hit really well when he came back. And Miranda has been just phenomenal. I mean, you could definitely justify moving him up in the order to hit somewhere ahead of Urshela, ahead of Sánchez, maybe in the midst of Kirilloff, who's also been swinging well lately. So, yeah, hats off to Miranda, who is now, especially from where he was before, giving them some of their best plate appearances on the team.
This team is clearly at its best when Byron Buxton is doing what he did last night, but he strikes out in a big spot in the 8th, and the Twins still found a way. Alex Kirilloff rips it double to left field. You said has been swinging the bat so well. And this was just an impressive 9th inning effort from the Twins against my guy, Jorge Lopez, who we both talked about, as you said, and a guy I think the team should target ahead of the trade deadline. But that's impressive, back-to-back. And I think it shows off the talent of this offense, Brandon, 1 through 9.
Well, and they don't need the big guys to do it every single day. I mean, it was where did Buxton hit yesterday? Second or third?
Mm-hmm.
And then your number 9 hitter coming in. He's not cold, I guess, because he came in defensively, but it showed kind of the duality of man. Byron Buxton is their best player. I love Carlos Correa, but I think Byron Buxton, pound for pound, when healthy, is a better baseball player than him. Their best player, and then basically their guy that's, only got 50 days in the big leagues or 40 days in the big leagues. It just shows the balance. Oops, sorry, we lost her for a second. Just shows the balance and the depth that this team has. That is, it's just amazing. And it's easy to get down both on the team and in a game. But the bullpen guys, like you said, kept it close. And Pagan was really, really good. We shouldn't lose sight of, 7 pitches for his first 2 strikeouts. So he was really good.
Let's talk about Jorge Polanco. You talked about balance. You talked about depth, and you can find balance and depth in a Built Bar. Built Bars are healthy. Built Bars are delicious. Go to Built.com, use promo code LOCKED15 and get 15% off your order. Go to Built.com. That's promo code LOCKED15 for 15% off your order. So, Brandon, you and I last year watching every day, I hosted the podcast 5 days a week talking about the 2021 Twins. And, Jorge Polanco was such a light on that team. And a year that went downhill, he was so good for them. MV Polo, I called him last year, the team MVP. And he's back now. And Mavi says, the team has really missed him. And I agree.
It showed in the haves and the have-nots of the Twins lineup. So I was talking about Cleveland's lineup today and how I think Andres Jimenez should hit higher. And some people said that would throw their balance out of whack. And I get that. But there's a very clear divide in the Twins lineup on certain days where it was like, I'm a bigger Ryan Jeffers guy than most. I think Gary Sanchez can really hit the ball hard. But when Kirilloff was out and when Polanco was out, there were times when 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or days that Buxton and Correa, either one or the other, sat or both. The lineup just got all out of sorts. It was not a bad lineup, but it just was one that didn't work for them. So having all these guys back, and Polanco is kind of like that last one that really kind of gave them that boost. Now, again, it's certainly going to be better someday when Royce Lewis is healthy and Trevor Larnach comes back and all that. But they're in a much better spot with Jorge Polanco kind of threading that needle between the middle and bottom of the order. I mean, he's been fantastic. I think he hit like 33 home runs last year. I mean, the ball wasn't juiced last year, and he still had a really nice season. So he's kind of their unsung hero, if you ask me.
So the Twins will go for the sweep tomorrow. It's former Twin Tyler Wells taking on Devin Smeltzer, and they've already clinched this series win. Would be great to get a sweep because that would also put them 10 games above 500, Brandon. What do you expect in Sunday's finale?
It's always weird because we talked about Sundays before, and then they went out and lost, I think. They were 8-2 in Sundays last time we brought it up, and then they came out flat. So, Wells, I don't know a lot about him outside of I think he was a Rule 5 guy that just kind of stuck. So I'm hopeful Smeltzer just kind of does what he's been doing, give you 6 innings of 2-3 run ball, keep you in the game, and hopefully the offense shows up a little better tomorrow than it has the last 2 days, because there have been fireworks, no doubt, but a bit of a lull leading up to them.
Back-to-back walk-off wins for the Twins. Last night, it's Byron Buxton. Today, I should say, it's Jose Miranda. Brandon, thank you so much, sir. We'll talk again soon. Hopefully my voice is back when we talk next. Thank you so much. Twins are 45-36. Yes? And we're getting closer and closer to the break. Brandon, thank you. We'll talk soon.